can I tell you this? You've been dancing in my head till the sun. Hello, goons and goonettes. I'm gonna be talking about the Mortal Kombat movie today. And I know, I'm late. I'm like a week late. I've had a lot of stuff. I'm working on the album, more skits. My finals month is coming up, and so much other stuff, I swear. Video game movie adaptations have always had a bad track record, mainly starting from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and they either end up having bad interpretations of the story or just really boring. In recent months, we had the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which did critically well and also did well in the box office. And we also had Detective Pikachu that also did critically well and did well in the box office, so that's pretty cool. Then the time came for a new Mortal Kombat movie, which I never heard that it went in production. Like, I literally heard about it when they started dropping teasers. The fighting game Mortal Kombat series has been very popular in the video game industry since its days in the arcade. You know, it was actually the leading cause in the ESRB rating system in America. Besides that, Mortal Kombat is a really cool fighting game. It's on a different level compared to Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, and Injustice, even though Injustice is made by the same people who made the later Mortal Kombat video games. It's the game that has the iconic lines of "finish him" and "get over here," and the fatalities that they have in the games. It's just so amazing. And oh, the theme song. And I'm not talking about the video game's theme song. I'm talking about the 1995 theme song. Yeah, the series already had a movie adaptation outing before in the 90s with just 2 movies. As far as I know, the first one received just alright, and the second one, not so much. But now we got the reboot this year. I actually been excited for this movie since I heard about it. It looked very faithful to the material with the gore and choreography in the trailers. And just like the Humans and Tom and Jerry movie, there's no premiere access on HBO Max. So let's watch Mortal Kombat. I really liked it. Starting up the movie, I like how they execute the Scorpion and Sub-Zero rivalry. Like, that is a mainstay in the video game franchise, and which I just like how they executed it. You know, like Scorpion's chilling, and then like his family is dead because of Sub-Zero. Darn that man. So they have a little fight, Scorpion dies, and he descends into hell, and Sub-Zero just, you know, walks away, but then Raiden comes in with a baby, and then Raiden takes the baby. Then we are introduced to an original character for the movie, Cole. He's a fighter. Not a good one though. We learned that Cole actually has the marking that makes him able to participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament through an interaction with Jax. But uh-oh, Sub-Zero's after Cole for some reason that we don't know. Why is he after him? We'll learn that later. So Cole meets up with Sonya Blade, instructed by Jax, and they go over of how, you know, there's this huge tournament and like these different realms and people gotta fight to the death, literally. So Sonya's geeking out about this whole Mortal Kombat tournament, but then Cole's like, no, I got a family, I can't do this. Oh, and also Kano's there. Might I add, I really like Josh Lawson's performance as Kano. I really liked him as this laser shooting psycho. So they travel to Raiden's temple and worry that they're gonna be hunted down and killed. They meet up with Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and wow, I like them. Liu Kang is one of the characters I play in the game, so I already liked him from the start. And Kung Lao, I mean, I never played as him, but he's a really cool in this movie. Then already we get to see the setup for the climax of the movie. They must achieve their arcana to aid them in battle of the tournament, so they gotta do some training first. Cole is struggling, Jax is still alive but doesn't like his new arms, Sonya doesn't have a marking to participate in the tournament, Kano gets his Arcana but he betrays the good guys. Damn it, Kano. Oh, and there are bad guys pretty much. The main one is Sean, how do I pronounce that? Kombat.
Shang Tsung.
The main one is Shang Tsung, with Mileena, Sub-Zero, Natara, Cabal, and Goro following him in the Outworld takeover of Earthrealm. So Cole had to leave because he couldn't achieve his Arcana, and you know, as I said, Kano betrays the good guys, and the shield is down to protect the good guys from the bad guys trying to fight the good guys earlier than the tournament. So we get some cool choreographed fights. Cole and Jax get their Arcana because of the power of friendship and family. Natara dies in a really cool way. Like wow, they could do that in movies? Rated R movies? Wow. But then Kung Lao dies. I am sad. After that, the good guys come up with a plan to defeat the bad guys. So the bad guys die with Sonya getting her marking and Arcana from Kano. Cole goes up against Sub-Zero, but the real Scorpion comes in to deal with Sub-Zero. Oh, and Cole is a descendant of Scorpion. Sub-Zero dies. Shang Tsung is mad and teleports the bodies, which probably they are gonna come back to life for the tournament. And then the good guys are going to search for more fighters on their side, one of which being Johnny Cage, that was hinted in a poster. And that's the movie. Yeah, we don't actually get to the tournament part of the storyline. Yet, I still like the movie a lot. So as I scoured through the internet, the comic critiques are including Cole as an original character and basically not having a good story. So, in my opinion, I think Cole was great. He was a great inclusion. I think with video game movies, it has to introduce a different kind of story while still following the source material's story details. That's always how I wanted video game adaptations to be, following a different kind of story, but still follows its details from the original video game of sorts. So then the details will be adapted into a new story for the movie, which will be an interesting take of what the original video game story was. Also, why are you expecting such a deep, complex story from a Mortal Kombat movie? I watched it for the cool fights and fatalities, which are very faithful to the games, mainly the arcade one. And that's all I need from a Mortal Kombat movie. Though it is fair to think that critique, I do think some characters needed some more fleshing out, which could have been added to the runtime. I mean, the movie is only like an hour and 50 minutes. It could have been 2 hours and 30 minutes, which would have been fine. But other than that, I wasn't expecting such a big complex story. I was just in the mindset of the arcade game of its storytelling, not the time traveling storytelling that pops up in the later games. I just want the gore and guts ripped off throughout the whole movie, you know? That's all I want. Cool moves, cool fatalities, the lines. That's all I want in a Mortal Kombat movie. And if it does get more sequels, I mean, that would be fair to expand on a character's story. I wouldn't mind that in the sequels. But if they were gonna continue what they did in the first movie for the sequels, I wouldn't like it as much. I mean, if you're gonna make sequels, you should flesh out the characters more. But this is just the first movie. I think it's a solid introduction into what the characters are and what this universe brings in a movie adaptation. There's still the core element of its fights. From the extras, I can tell they were dedicated to making the best fights that correlated from the games. All the characters have their own moves and fatalities they use in the movie, which is amazing. And the references they make to the games is just perfect. I like it. When Kano says Kano wins, I like that. Shang Tsung said finish them. I like that as well. I like how Kung Lao said flawless victory. I mean, like, after that move, yeah, I like that. When Liu Kang said fatality just like that, just burned the Cabal, I like that. it fits. The references fit. I can see a lot of fair critiques about the movie, but for me, I moved past a lot of them because I'm just watching for the cool fights. They're choreographed really well, and they got some really good people to do the stunts. I actually do hope that they continue the storyline with more movies, so we actually get to see the actual tournament play out. See more characters, see more fatalities, just more great choreography, and then, as I said, fleshing out the characters more. So yes, I agree that the movie is lacking in that department of fleshing out the character story, their motivations, and personalities. Overall, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I agree that it could have more substance, but I moved past the critique. If I didn't move past it, then the score would be 6 or 7. But my god, the action in this movie takes the cake. It's great. So yeah, I really do hope that they do continue the series with some sequels, and I just hope they are dedicated to it. And as I said, I gotta keep this short. I got a lot of things coming. I'm just becoming really busy, so yeah, this video was a little late for reviewing the Mortal Kombat movie. But I won't waste any of your more time. See you next time. Bye.